Hey, BCA 9, I just wanted to highlight some areas and items on this short answer writing response based on your viewing of the documentary Physical Effects of Bullying. I hope you're all doing well. Hang in there. Anywho, so here is the document where you'll be able to find this on the hyperdoc that I've created for our distance learning page. But first, so the task and the instructions, you can read that on your own. Materials, you have the focused note-taking frame sheet um, that you should have uploaded a couple weeks ago. But you can go back to slides 6 through 8 on the Google slideshow to access the documentary if you need to watch it again. Okay. The standard that I'm addressing here is RL.1, reading literature, where it says, and we've used this before, cite strong and thorough textual evidence to support analysis of what the text says explicitly. That's the part I am focusing on for this writing assignment. So you're going to choose one of the following prompts. Either why is bullying something that tends to be in front of a group rather than in isolation, or the quote, you may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. How does this quote relate to the issue of bullying? So again, it's emphasized here, choose one of the following prompts. Okay. The format for this is going to be a little bit different. You'll find out in just a moment. There's going to be 3 fields or boxes where you're going to record the following. The prompt question that you've decided, the evidence that will support the prompt, and you're going to be paraphrasing that because this text is not a traditional piece of text. We know it's a documentary. And then an analysis. All right. And if I scroll down here, this is where you're going to write down the prompt question that you chose, evidence that supports the prompt, and then your analysis in the third and final box. Okay. Under B3, it says click here. And if you click on it, and I'll do that right now, it'll open up to elaboration questions, which I've had on Canvas for some time, but it gives you some sample questions that you can weave into your analysis, and you have some sentence frames there for your use. And then for 3B, I just, not letting you know, but understanding that an analysis is an in-depth, thoughtful, and thorough examination into something carefully in a detailed way. So really, it's just breaking something down. So for example, let's say that you're a parent and you get your child's report card. You may determine his or her strengths and weaknesses, how many times they have cut class, looking at their overall goals of how to be successful in that particular class. Another way to break down something is, let's say you're going to be a phlebotomist and someone who studies blood. Let's say you're examining blood in a laboratory to discover all of its components, its elements, right? That's an example of analysis. So what I have here is an overview of the Rainbow rubric. I made it specific to this standard, addressing this particular prompt. So, for example, A5, it's saying that you have an in-depth ability to identify supportive, strong, and thorough evidence while thoughtfully analyzing the evidence from a given text. You're doing this in 5 or 6 sentences. You're really going above and beyond. You're going in depth. You're really breaking down that textual evidence. Okay, and again, if you click up here, it'll give you some possible ways to break down the supporting text that you have cited from the documentary. Of course, paraphrased, rather. Still citing it, but it's in a paraphrased form. A P4, you've demonstrated an experienced level of identifying supportive and thorough evidence while analyzing the evidence from a given text in 4 sentences. Okay, so your P4, your A5, that's where you want to hit. P4 is the grade level, right? You analyze something. It's not totally in depth, but there is evidence that you are, really breaking it down. It's the B3 where it says here a weak analysis. There is some underlining evidence of analysis, but it's weak. Maybe you summarize or explained, and therefore, like, again, there may be, like, you got to uncover something to get to the analysis. Like, it may be there, but it's not. And what you may have done was just summarize or explained it. You have identified supporting evidence, but again, the analysis is weak. It's your below basic 2.5 here in orange. You have minimal knowledge of identifying supportive textual evidence, right? Okay, there's evidence, but it may be weak or it's not connecting to the prompt at all. The analysis is lacking, or it's missing in that sense. You may have used summarization, explanation, 2 to 3 sentences, and then in the fuchsia or pink, far below basic 1, you have little to no understanding of how to identify supportive textual evidence from a given text. And then, of course, the analysis is completely absent. Your incomplete is you simply did not submit the assignment. Second page just gives you when it's due. It's due Friday, April 10th by midnight on Canvas. And so when you go over to, let's just go over here to our homepage, right? You'll see the distance learning there, which you have already at this point. You'll go to modules under bullying and its effects on mental health. You'll go to bullying resources and you'll click on where it says physical effects of bullying documentary, short answer writing response. So there you go. All right. Thank you. And if you have any questions about this, again, my Google Meet office hours, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. Thank you much.